All right, we are here at the Voter Values Summit, and I bumped into a great guest of the show. Brigitte Gabriel is sitting next to me. First time we ever met.
That?
Amazing. So you.
After all these years.
I know you've been on the phone. You've been on, on the show countless times, and now we get to hang out.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
what do you? I want to get in. What do you think about what President Trump did with the Iranian deal? I think I know what you're going to say.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody standing up for America and the interest of America.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we needed. We needed somebody who's going to watch after America, put America's best interests first before the interest of our enemies.
Right.
And finally, the world is realizing they are dealing with somebody in the White House who's not going to short sell America,
Right.
throw America under the bus,
Right.
betray America and our allies. And finally, somebody is watching and taking care of our house before he takes care of everybody else.
That's right, and that's what we need.
And telling
We've
the
been needing.
the bullies of the world, you're not going to get away with it. We're not going to cower to you. We're not going to walk away. We're going to punch you straight between the eyes. You're going to mess with us. You're going to have to face us. Good for him.
I agree. So when we talk about what's going on with Iran, and then we're still dealing with Syria. Brigitte, you have been the most outspoken person I know that's ever been on my show about what this religion of peace is really all about. And so a lot of people have been trying to reprogram the American people to say that we have nothing to worry about with them. They come in peace. Do they come in peace?
No, they don't come in peace. Even though a lot of Muslims in the world, the majority of Muslims are peaceful people who do not want to have anything to do with ISIS. The problem is that it is the radicals who are driving the agenda.
Right.
And that's what matters.
Right.
When you look at the terrorist attacks, for example, in the last 2 years in Europe, when you look at the attack in Brussels, in Germany, in Barcelona, Spain, in London, all it takes is a couple crazies. That's it. And look at the mayhem they can create.
Right.
When you look at, even in our own country, look at the attack of the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. When
Right.
you look at San Bernardino. So it is the radicals that kill. It is the radical that massacre people. And even though the majority are peaceful Muslims, we are concerned about the radicals. And we have got to be able to throw political correctness in the garbage and
Right.
start discussing the truth and the issue. Now, I have to tell you, I know a lot of Muslim moderates who are speaking up. They have never read the Quran. They have no idea what's in the Quran, but they are spiritual Muslims who say, well, you know, this is my tradition. And I say, I understand. But every time the moderates and the radicals get into a debate together, the radicals always win the debate because the law is on their side.
Right.
And this is what the rest of the world is starting to wake up and realizing, you know, there's a connection here. Because no matter where the terrorist activity takes place, whether it's by Boko Haram in Nigeria, Lashkar-e-Taiba in India, Ansar al-Sharia in Libya, Al-Ikhwan al-Muslimin in Egypt, ISIS in Daesh in
Right.
Iraq and Sham, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, what brings them all together is the ideology, regardless of the color of their skin, the language they speak, the passport they hold. What brings them together is the ideology.
Right.
So you cannot deny that there is no link between the ideology of Islam, the religion, the faith, and what's happening with the radicals right now.
That's right. And what a lot of people don't understand is that Sharia law is in direct conflict with our Constitution. And the fact that we're having this debate in certain areas of the country about allowing it to actually have any authority, people don't get it, do they?
People don't get it because people don't realize that it is coming here.
Right.
You know, people think, oh, you know, those, you know, people in Britain are having problems with Sharia courts, but not in the United States. You know, as I'm speaking to you right now, there are 100 Sharia courts operating in Britain alone, not to mention the rest of Europe.
Right.
And people think that's a British problem. They don't think it's happening in America. We have documented in the United States 143 cases where Sharia law was used instead of the Constitution of the United States in 22 states. So this is happening right here, and that's exactly why Act for America, my organization, introduced a law titled called American Laws for American Courts,
Right.
which says no foreign law that is not compatible with the U.S. Constitution would be permitted to be used in any American courtroom.
Right.
And we were able to pass this law in 13 states, unchallenged, by the way, because CARE cannot touch it.
Right.
You know, they have not sued us, they have not been able to overturn it. And now we are introducing it in 13 other states this legislative season.
That's good.
So We're trying to build up the firewalls to protect the country, one state at a time. And I encourage people, go to our website, join us, go to actforamerica.org, sign up to get our emails and action alert, start a chapter in your community, start a group, because we need to take back our country.
No, we do. Now, for those that don't know, the way that CARE is portrayed, they're a terrorist organization, aren't they? They're backed by the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah.
They're not good guys, but they're here in the United States, really allowed to operate unfettered, aren't they?
Yeah. And they are designated terrorist organization by the UAE.
Right.
And they are an unindicted co-conspirator in the largest terrorism financing trial ever in the history of the United States.
Right.
CARE was started because they used to be Islamic Association for Palestine, which is a front for Hamas, raising money for Hamas in America.
Right.
And so they hold this meeting in Philadelphia at a hotel room where the FBI records the meeting, where they are plotting, well, we need to come up with a different name so people would not know who we really are, and we needed to come up to be like an Americanized name, and they called it Council on American Islamic Relations.
Sounds harmless.
Oh,
Sounds
so
harmless, yeah.
wonderful.
It does.
Harmless. And that's how they're operating.
Right.
And so this is who they are. It's about time the American public understands who they are.
Right.
They are basically the anti-American zealots, terrorist front operating in the United States, pure and simple. And we need to show the people, the public in America, what CARE is all about, and be able to expose them.
Right.
So people who deal with them, elected officials on the left, organizations on the left, because now they're working with leftist organizations. Now we are seeing the leftist Islamic coalition coming together, like SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, all these, the ACLU, and they quote CARE as if CARE is the authority. Calling us hate groups.
Right.
FRC is a hate group.
Right.
I'm a hate group.
Yeah.
Act for America is a hate group.
Oh no, I was told my show is very racist.
Oh,
because
you're so
I
racist,
know,
Islamophobe, xenophobe,
I know,
neo-Nazi.
I know.
And by the way, didn't you know that we are white supremacists?
Yeah, on top of that.
You see this?
See that?
We're white supremacists. You haven't heard that one. I mean, I look in the mirror, I think to myself, are these people nuts? I mean, they're nuts.
But isn't it interesting that a group that talks about being tolerant and all of these things is aligning themselves with groups that want to take this country down?
Yeah.
So how do you, in your mind, because what people may not know is that you came from an area that was torn up by terrorism. How can you explain that the left, who really I think is showing who they really are right now, right? How can you explain that they are aligning themselves with these kinds of organizations that want nothing more than to destroy this country, right?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
But because they have now a common goal. The leftists are America haters, anti-America. The leftists hate the America that you and I love.
Right.
They have their own vision of America.
Right.
In their eyes, they need to bring America down a few notches because they think America's so, full of itself.
Right.
America's so
Imperialistic,
powerful,
right.
imperialistic. They want to bring America down to the level of the rest of the world. We need to play nice with the world. We are no better than anybody else. There's no such thing as American exceptionalism. As a matter of fact, they are offended by the sheer word American exceptionalism.
Oh, yeah.
They're embarrassed by it.
Right.
So you take them and you put them together with the Islamists. You're talking the same language.
That's right.
They're talking, America needs to be brought a few notches down. America is imperialistic, colonialistic. America is mean and evil and nasty, and it supports Israel, which they hate.
Right.
So you've got all these forces coming together now that share same goal.
Right.
Bring America down, destroy America, and build it in the way they see America.
Right.
As no borders, open to everybody.
Right.
Everybody is the same, and they feel that we, the hardworking people, need to support losers coming here from all over the world, not to work, not to become a part of the American fabric, but to siphon off of the hard work that you and I and everybody else here does,
That's right.
and live off of welfare where we, hardworking Americans, work and pay our taxes, and instead of it going to our children, they feel we owe it to them. That it's our responsibility to bring the rest of the world to live off of welfare here in America because we're so rich that we don't need all this money. We need to distribute the wealth.
That's right. And where did that come from? The last 8 years, right?
That's
Kind
right.
of spread the wealth out.
That's right.
And so now I think we're hitting the wall because a lot of people, the world's being shocked by Donald Trump, right?
Yes.
Because he's standing
And
up
we
for
love
America.
it.
Yeah, I love it.
And we love love it.
Love that man. I love the fact that he loves this country, that he said that government is not our God. We have a God, right? And it's right, and that's what makes us exceptional. It's our belief system. That's why this country is that shining city on the hill. So, talk to us. You were just signing your books over there. Tell us about the 2 books you were signing.
Well, you heard me in my speech. I referred to my life experience, living in a bomb shelter for 7 years, eating grass to live, crawling under bombs, under snipers' bullets to get some water. I lived in a bomb shelter for 7 years of my life, from the age of 10 till the age of 17, robbed of my youth. Most people don't know that about me.
Yeah.
And today I was talking about immigration and how a window in the bomb shelter, my only window to the world was a black and white television operated on a car battery. And that's how I was able to see how the rest of the world is. You know, watching Dallas in the Love Boat. I don't know if you're old enough to relate.
I am.
But this is how I learned English.
Right.
And I used to write English with subtitles on my arm. And because we barely had water to drink, let alone to shower, I built a huge vocabulary. That's how I learned English. Love Boat in Dallas. That was my Rosetta Stone 30 years ago. So, you know, I wanted to relate to people as an immigrant, as a first-generation immigrant, how much I valued this country, how much I dreamt of coming here. America was a dream that became my address.
Right.
I came to America and I had to study English, American history.
Right.
I came here, I had to qualify to become an American when I did my papers. I had to go through every blood test imaginable,
Sure.
paid for by me, and I gladly did it. And I hated needles,
Right.
but I had to do it because I needed to become an American. Yeah, I was tested for tuberculosis, for leprosy, for this, for that, which none of the new refugees are being tested for, by the way.
No.
I had to study a 2-inch thick book written by the daughters of the American Revolution about American history. I had to pass a written exam and an oral exam
Right.
in order for me to become an American. By the time I passed, I knew more about America's history than my own American-born husband did.
Yeah.
Those are the type of immigrants you want.
That's right.
Because we wanted to become a part of the American fabric. I couldn't wait to become all I can be as an American, to work hard, to produce, to start a company, to participate in the American dream. This is not the new Americans that we are bringing. These are not the attitudes of the new refugees that we are bringing.
No.
You know, right now, while people like me immigrated here seeking freedom, the new refugees are coming here seeking freebies for people like you and me
that's
and
right.
us.
No, they want to be taken care of. They feel entitled.
Right.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it's our tax dollars that they are going after.
Yeah.
So we want to bring people here who want to assimilate,
Right.
who want to be a part of the American fabric,
Right.
who believe the Constitution is the highest authority in the land, who want to be all they can be, working hard to attain the American dream,
Right.
not laying on their couch watching free cable television paid for by you and me, who are living off of welfare and food stamps.
Yes.
Those are not the people that we want in our country.
Why do you think why do we, you know, I'm actually writing a book about snowflakes. So how did this happen?
How did we get there?
How did we get here? Because, you know, your story is not exactly like mine, but my grandparents came here from Italy, both sets. They worked hard, they learned the language, they brought their family up. I'm their legacy. I feel that it is my duty to do better than they did and make my life better. So I don't understand when I hear people, you know, California just became a sanctuary state, you know? And when you see these policies being enacted, I literally have talked to people there that tell me that because I'm against the sanctuary law, that makes me racist. I think that makes me an American,
That's
a patriot.
right.
Yeah.
It makes you an American. Listen, I'm an immigrant to this country, illegal immigrant. I don't want people breaking the laws and coming here as criminals and having the same right I have.
Right.
I had to pay money, work hard. I had to study. I had to fight 5 years to become an American. And when we see right now that criminals breaking the law to come here, and they feel entitled to have what your grandparents worked very hard for and I worked very hard for, and they expect it to be handed to them? Absolutely not. And each sanctuary city, we need to block every federal funding that goes to these sanctuary
Absolutely.
cities. Break them. Let these refugees let the criminals that they are trying to protect work for them and pay their taxes to these states and let them operate.
Yeah.
See, people like you and I, who are legal immigrants, your grandparents came,
Yes.
I'm a first generation
Yep.
legal immigrant.
They
People
follow the
like me
rules.
are repulsed
I am.
by criminals breaking the law and coming here.
I agree.
And we do not want to have anything to do with it.
That's right. I agree with that. What do you think is something that you want people? Most of my listeners watch this Facebook page. You're going to be on the show. What is the one thing that do you think that people need to understand going into this new year right now that's the most important thing in your eyes?
Fight for our country. Get involved. The fight has just begun. We thought we're going to have it on easy street under President Trump. We're not, because the left is out for blood. For blood. They are out to kill. They are out to destroy property. They are coming out with their machetes. They are coming out with their knives to kill us Americans, their fellow Americans, their brothers and sisters in this country. If you think that just because President Trump got elected, we're going to have it on easy street, think again. If you think they're going to give you your country without a fight, think again. Now is the time to become involved, become engaged, act for America. Become engaged. We named the organization Act for America. Not think about America, not wish for America, not hope for America, but act for America. Go join us, actforamerica.org. Become an activist, become a volunteer team leader, lead a team in your community, lead a group, join a chapter, get involved somehow and stand with us. And if you can support us financially, please do so. We need patriots like you supporting us. The SPLC raises millions over a weekend. George Clooney gives them $1 million. MGM Grant gives them $1 million. JP Morgan Chase gives them $1 million. People like us who have a show, who have a Facebook Live, people like me who have an organization, we beg and we raise money by pennies. They raise money in gold blocks.
Like
$1
that.
million, $5 million over a weekend.
But we can't be surprised about Hollywood because after all these revelations, they have no standard. Right? They'll do anything, and they'll be seduced by any cause,
Anything.
as
They
long as
sell
it's
their
against
soul.
Trump. As
That's
long
right.
as it's against Trump.
Right.
I mean, yes, we won in November. That was just a battle. The war is still going on, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
The war has just begun. Now we are in the trenches.
Yeah.
Now we are in the front line.
Yeah.
And we need people engaged. We need people involved. We need people to take action. We need people, you know, a lot of people tell me, I don't know what to do. I tell them, you know what? Go to our website, click on advocacy.
Yeah.
We give you the names of all the high priority bills right now in Congress coming down for a vote. Call your congressman. We give you their phone number, their email address. We even have a pre-written letter for you. So you'll know exactly what to do with the click of a button. Make your voice heard before the bill is voted on.
That's right.
A lot of people say, oh my God, I cannot believe my congressman or my senator voted for this bill. Well, don't you want to know about it before it's voted on?
Right.
We give people the tools to empower them.
Right.
And you know, if people have only every Wednesday, we send 3 in 10. 3 things you can do in 10 minutes. We make it easy. Click here, click here, click here, click here. Do something. Sign up to get our emails and action alerts. That's how you're gonna get the 3 in 10 every Wednesday. So you can do something. So there's no excuse for people to say,
Not at all.
I don't know what to do.
That's
Tell
right.
me what to do.
Yeah, I agree.
So, by the way, you asked me about my books.
Yes.
Because they hate and they must be stopped. You can find them on Amazon.com, or better yet, go to our website, actforamerica.org, and get them through our website. You'll be able to help our organization by purchasing them through us.
Brigitte Gabriel, it's just like an evangelist. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.